everyone. I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do the Virgo Weekly Tarotscope. This is going to be for December 15th through the 22nd. Okay, we're going to get some oracle cards for you to see what the overall energy and guidance for your week will be. Any messages you need to hear, and then we'll get to your tarot. Sorry. Let's try this again. You have Mercury. Okay. Communication is going to be very important to you this week. You might have a lot of new ideas coming in. You might even be kind of getting yourself in this energy of kind of overanalyzing the situation right now. I feel like you're trying to come to an agreement maybe with another person, or you're trying to make a decision. For some of you, I feel like there's been maybe a big kind of falling out between you and another person recently. There's a lot that has been said, or you've kind of learned a lot. You've got a lot of information. You found out a lot, and it's maybe difficult to kind of process it all right now. Okay, you do have the Yin Yang card as your overall energy, so that is about bringing things into balance. It's about balance within a relationship. It's also a message that it's important to kind of take a step back right now, and be more of an observer than anything. It's important not really to take a lot of action right now. There is something that there's a need to see a bigger perspective on something. There is something that you're opening up to. There is something that is coming towards you. There's something that's growing. If you've had difficulties in a relationship, there might be a lot of silence between the two of you right now. Again, there might have been some kind of argument or some kind of maybe even you expressed feelings to somebody, or there was just a lot that one of you opened up to the other person, but it was almost like it didn't. It's almost like somebody's taking a step back to take it all in. The silence might stress you out a little bit. But it's really important to take a step back and kind of let things come together, because I feel like this is really good for you. Somebody is looking towards looking at a future with you. Somebody does see a lot of potential in the relationship between both of you. But it's again, it's almost like there was a lot that was said, or a lot that was opened up to. There was maybe a lot that maybe was brought to light that was unknown within a connection between you and another person. And so whoever was on the receiving end of that, they're like just needing to they're just trying to take it all in. They're trying to filter through everything. So again, you might have kind of expressed something to somebody, and you don't feel that it was received very well. But I don't think that's the case at all. I think that this person is genuinely taking time to take this in. So it's important that, maybe not to try to push this too much, and just kind of let things flow. There is definitely forward movement in this, and that somebody does want to work together with you, but it's almost like there's some kind of separation between the two of you. There might be genuine distance, like a very long distance between the two of you. And there might have been this expression or conversation between the two of you to a desire to bring this together, and it might be that you haven't really got a response from this person, or you two are really maybe struggling on how to go about this. So it's almost like there's this silence between you two, or it's like all of a sudden everything seems to be at a standstill. But there is forward movement. There is this determination to move forward. There is this determination to work together. I genuinely feel that somebody is just in this place of trying to figure out a way to make things work. So it is just important to kind of take a step back and be more of an observer right now, and kind of allow things to fall into place. Allow this person maybe to open up to you when they've got something figured out. But let's see what else we get in the tarot. Like, you might have expressed a desire to another person to spend time with them. You might have expressed that, you really are looking towards a relationship, and you might not have gotten the response that you wanted from this person. But I think that they're genuinely in this place of trying to figure out how they can make this work. So let's see, what is your energy coming into the week? You have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, you feel like you've been blocked from something. You feel like you're having to defend yourself. You're feeling very defensive. Maybe you feel like somebody attacked you. Maybe this person kind of threw a lot on you. And you yourself are trying to filter through all this. You do have the Star card, so that is feeling that sense of optimism. You have the Five of Cups. Yeah, again, it could be that you and somebody that you've connected to have gotten into some kind of disagreement. It could be that there is a lot of distance between you two. It could be that you feel like it's going to be, a struggle to bring this together. I do feel that you're missing somebody. You're feeling a disconnect from somebody, but in the same sense, there is kind of that underlying optimism in this. You might even be going back and forth with, should you be fighting for this, or should you kind of cut your losses and let something go? But yeah, I definitely feel that you feel somebody has kind of left you out in the cold. Somebody's not acknowledging you. Um, Sorry. Like you feel cut off from somebody. You feel cut off from something. I also feel there is some sort of regret in either something that has been communicated, or you feel blocked from communication. You feel like this person is not really understanding your point of view, not understanding where you're coming from. There is a worry that either you worry that you said too much or you should have said something. But there's definitely a struggle. There's definitely a struggle with communication with you and another person. There's definitely a feeling of being kind of blocked off from something that you want. What's coming towards you this week? You do have a new beginning coming. You all. You do have the Queen and the King of Pentacles, so you could be connecting with another Earth sign. But this is also you have a really strong connection with this person. You both have this desire for a new beginning. You both kind of want to take that leap of faith. In all honesty, I feel like you both are kind of on the same page, but you're both also in this place of um, kind of going back and forth with, should you stay in this comfort zone or just take a leap of faith? This is whatever, something about moving this connection forward is completely out of both of your comfort zone. Um, there's like an innocence to it's like there's an innocence to this connection. It requires a level of vulnerability on both of your ends. And I think that you're both just very grounded people, that's something that maybe you both struggle with. Let's get a little bit more. You both have the desire to bring balance to this. You both want to do the right thing. Um, there is some responsibility that somebody's dealing with that's making it hard for them to see things clearly or figure out how to get things moving in the right direction. again, this might be that there is a huge like distance between the two of you, like physical distance. And it might be a struggle financially for you both to make this work right now. And so somebody's just really struggling trying to figure that out. Somebody might have some kind of responsibility that they're having to deal with, that makes it difficult for them to just kind of, because something about stepping into this relationship or stepping into this connection or taking this leap forward, it almost feels to somebody like they're letting go of some kind of responsibility. Um, and again, it might be that somebody has something that they're obligated to. But honestly, I feel like a lot of the issue is that you both really struggle with letting yourself be vulnerable and open on the level that is needed for you both to take this leap of faith and move forward. Again, there is like struggle in communication between the both of you. It's more practical. It's more like who's doing what for whom. You know what I mean? It's more about wanting proof. It's like you both focus on um, you both want to have this level of stability and validation and confidence in this, but you're not going to get that ultimate validation. Like, you have to take a leap of faith. It is possible that somebody is still stuck in some kind of commitment. If that's the case, you know that this is something that you're very aware of. But in a lot of ways, I feel like you're both kind of waiting for the other person to make a move. There has been a lot of shit stirred up between the two of you, because I do feel that there's been some kind of conversation that kind of just stirred up a bunch. So there is a need to kind of let the dust settle a little bit before trying to make this work. I do feel that if you have said something to this person, that they really are taking in what you said to them. They're really kind of analyzing everything. They're taking it to heart. They didn't just dismiss what you said. They're trying to figure out how to make this work, how to bring this together. There is something that is making it very difficult for you two to come together. And I do feel that this person is trying to figure that out. What guidance do you need to hear? Well, you do have the Two of Cups as your overall energy. You have the Ten of Cups as well. That's a lot of love. That's a lot of emotional fulfillment. That's a lot of content. You have the Death card under that, and you have the Five of Wands. There's some kind of interference that needs to be cleared away first. There is a lot of conflict. So if there genuinely is another, if somebody else has another commitment, if somebody else is in another relationship, that is definitely something that will have to be cleared away. And it's almost like there's this blockage around the communication until that happens. But if that is not the case, there's a lot of back and forth mentally, and maybe even between both of you, to where you don't really give yourselves permission to nurture the relationship, because you're both in this place of, it's like being stuck in this place of analyzing whether you should put forth the effort or not, whether this is something that's worth it or not. One minute you feel like this is somebody that you want to move forward with no matter what, and then the next minute um, you're questioning whether this is something that is on your path. And you've been in this place for so long. Um, and I think the other person is too. So instead of having that energy consistently focused on moving this connection forward, you're both like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so your energy goes back and forth, your effort goes back and forth, your communication goes back and forth. One minute you're all in, one minute you're loving, one minute you're ready to express, and then um, if the person doesn't receive it in the way you expect, you pull back, and that's what the other person is doing as well. So there's a need for consistency in the desire, regardless of how the other person is receiving it at this point. Because I think there's been so much inconsistency in that you both have these walls up that you're not even aware of. Whatever has, if there has been like this fallout with communication, if there has been this disagreement with communication, I would let the dust settle a little bit before trying to fix anything. I would kind of be more mindful of, like, be more aware of, be more receptive, be more open, and kind of allow things to unfold naturally over the next week. But I do feel that it's important for you to decide what you genuinely want in this. If you want to move forward in this, make that ultimate decision. If you don't want to, if you're worried about getting hurt, if you're leery about taking that step forward, then choose to cut it off. Um, I read something today. It was like, stop asking if something is meant for you, and instead tell yourself, this is what I want, and do what it takes to pursue it. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But um, at least you tried, by being in this energy of consistently going in a circle, going, is this meant for me? Is this meant for me? Is this person my person? Do they love me? Do they this? Instead of being in that consistent energy of questioning everything, instead ask yourself what you want. If this is a relationship then you want, then decide to be all in, regardless of how that person is going to react, regardless of whether or not you fear that you're going to get hurt. Now, mind you, if you've been in this consistent pattern with this person for a long time, you switching that mindset is not going to switch the connection immediately. You are going to have to be patient. You are going to have to be consistent in your own desire. And I'm not saying that this is your fault that things are not working out. I do feel that you both have been in this energy, but it's going to take for one of you to cut that. And I feel like it's honestly going to be you at this point, or at least to have that confidence in, if you have that confidence and determination, you're going to get more, more guidance, more insight as to how to bring healing and how to move it forward. Whew, I hope that made sense. Okay, let's get oracle card, final guidance for you. Love. If you see every situation in the energy of unconditional love, if you have compassion not only for yourself but for the other person, if everything you do is out of genuine unconditional love, you can't get fucked up on that. So that's your guidance. Just be in that energy of love. All right, I love you guys. Have a good week. Bye-bye.